But again, the problem is the bench. The bench. And it starts with Jordan Poole. So, folks who can't play James Wiseman this morning can't play Big Wise.
Well, can we? Let me get in here, and I want to start right here. Like, B, we can talk about what they were till we're blue in the face. Just last year, they were the champs, right? Everything fell in order. They seized the moment, however you want to describe it. They blended multiple timelines. There was ascension of certain players. Felt like we drew back in time on other guys. But they threaded the needle. I mean, they really threaded the needle. This is a team that played like 6 seconds together in totality when it comes to the core of who ended up winning it all in the regular season. And then it somehow all worked in the playoffs, even though it was the weirdest path ever with Steph Curry coming off the bench. I'm looking at this team right now. B, it feels to me like this is the final embers of what was a championship core. I'm not saying that they can't turn it around. I'm not saying that they can't make moves. I'm saying as they're currently constructed, we got issues.
Yeah, as they're currently constructed. I will say the starters are not the issue. The starters are not the issue. As soon as that bench came into the game, you can't unsee it. 16-2 run by the Sacramento Kings in the first quarter. You give up another 30-burger in the first quarter. You give up 67 in the first half. And as much as we want to look at the bench, or the starters getting long in the tooth, look, we're going to get to Klay Thompson because I got some thoughts on Klay Thompson. I've got some thoughts on Andrew Wiggins.
Interesting.
I've got thoughts on Stephen Curry.
How about Draymond?
I got thoughts on Draymond Green.
He looked exhausted last night.
He gave you everything he had. By the way, good morning to everybody out there on YouTube.
Drive safe, people.
Good morning to everybody out there on the roadways. Please drive safe. Don't drive like me.
I almost got in multiple accidents because I was hydroplaning. I had somebody riding me. And there's nothing worse than you're in a low-profile car and there's someone behind you in an SUV with the brightest lights possible shining off your side mirrors.
Well,
please don't be that person.
Well, I had
today.
a Prius cut right in front of me without turning on his turn signals. It's like, dude, get a clue. And it's always the Prius. It's always the Prius driver.
The Prius?
Oh, the Prius drivers are the worst.
I didn't even notice this.
Oh, they're the worst. I have a real issue with Priuses.
Have you seen the South Park episode?
No.
With the Priuses?
No.
From San Francisco? Oh, they like to sniff their own stuff.
They do. I believe that.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I don't even need to watch that cartoon to know, or that episode to know that Priuses sniff their own stuff. Elitism. Can't stand a Prius. Anyway, good morning to everybody out there getting off of work. If you're getting off your graveyard shift, truck drivers, good morning to Twitch, the Xfinity Mobile text line, and guess what? The YouTube chat is back.
Oh, is it?
The YouTube chat is back.
Uh-oh.
And it's good to have them back.
Thank God.
Trust me, I missed you guys.
We all did.
I missed the haters. I missed the players. I missed everybody in there.
I would like to start here. Steph Curry.
Yeah, I want to start positive. Get the lines lined up. Let's get these calls in.
It was a once-in-a-generation moment for Steph Curry last night. I mean, he was on pace for 50 and dragged this team all the way to the finish line. And yet I'm watching him. It was the most joyless 50-point effort that I've seen since the finals.
Yesterday we were discussing, and I asked Festus and Billy about this.
Yes, what they said.
Off air. The bench.
Yeah.
When Steph Curry's cooking, where's Mo Spates at? Where's JTA, Damian Lee? They win the game, and guys just walk on the court like, whatever. And this is why last week when we started the conversation, there may need to be a shakeup. Not with the core, because I think the core is fine. Now, we got issues with Klay. We got issues with Poole. We're going to address them all.
Yeah, I have a theory that I want to float by you.
We got issues with these guys. Klay on a perimeter guarding. Again, he's a post defender right now. His legs are not under him.
He's stretch four.
His legs are not under him. Malik Monk blew by him all night long.
Which was sad to see.
It was very sad. He can't guard right now. He didn't play 5-on-5. Did he cheat the process? Did he scrimmage? He didn't scrimmage. I don't know what else to say. The shot is still there. I believe the shot will come, but they're all short right now. He doesn't have his legs right now. Andrew Wiggins needs to be the second option in the fourth quarter. You saw what happened in the fourth quarter yesterday. 5 for 5, 3 for 3 from the three-point line, 13 points. Steph and Wiggins scored 30 in the Warriors, 37 points in the fourth quarter.
And it felt like Wiggins had opportunities to kick it to the corner to Klay Thompson. Was like, I'm taking this.
Wide open shots.
What?
Wide open shots, though.
No, those
and
great
Klay was
shots
ice
for
cold.
Wiggins. I'm just saying, like, my brain, old Warrior teams are like, throw it to Klay. And now it's like, no. Wiggins, take that shot.
Nah, Wiggins needed to take that
Hell
shot.
yeah, he needs to take that shot.
He needs to
I'm
be
glad
aggressive.
they found that fourth quarter scoring.
But I'll say this. You got a damn win.
Oh,
And when you're on a 5-game losing streak,
no doubt,
you'll take a win.
No doubt.
And what we witnessed last night was greatness at the age of 34 in his 14th season. He said, basically, we're not losing this game. We're not losing this game. They're down 9 going into the fourth quarter. You're thinking, boy, how are they going to pull this out? Fox is rolling. Buck is rolling. Kings are feeling good. Mike Brown stomping up and down the sidelines. And Steph happened. You get the switch on a quarter, and he's saying, let's go for this dance. The fadeaway in the lane, right there at the end of the game. The threes at the top of the key, 7 threes and all. Again, folks, 47 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. This guy has 8 30-point games to start the season. 8 30-point games to start the season.
He gets the ball in the corner and is dribbling around, and they're not fouling him. And I'm like,
well, the end of the game.
What are the Kings doing?
Let's go back to that. Because the Kings, they're down 1. They're down 1.
I don't understand what they were doing.
I don't understand what the hell they were doing either. They had a chance to foul Draymond Green.
Yeah.
What was it, about 10 seconds left?
Well, they ran a play where Curry gets it. He's coming down the lane. He throws to Wiggs. Wiggs throws it right back to him on that play. And I thought they were going to foul Wiggins, and I thought they were going to foul Steph, and they didn't.
And none of those guys wanted the free throws.
No.
They wanted nothing to do with the free throws.
Speaking of free throws, 81% right now for Jordan Poole. We'll get to that.
We're going to get to Jordan Poole. We're going to get to Jordan Poole. But Steph Curry, and you saw that he had it rolling early. He hit his first 7 shots.
Oh, he was on
like,
fire.
damn, he's on fire.
Yeah.
27-15 lead, and the Kings go immediately on a 6-2 run. But Steph kept these guys in the game. He had 30 by the end of the third quarter. 30 for 30 by the end of the third quarter. And it's just one of those moments and one of those performances. I don't care if it's against Sacramento. I don't care if it's a Taiwanese Leopards where Dwight Howard's going to play basketball. He's going to Taiwan.
I didn't even know. I didn't.
So instead of mentor James Wiseman, he's going down to Taiwan.
Oh,
all right.
The Leopards.
He's going to be a Leopard.
I didn't even know. Okay.
Yeah. So Steph Curry yesterday we need to appreciate what we have here. One of the best athletes we've ever seen in the Bay Area. To do what he did to lift this team up. No bench, because the bench gets outscored. What was it, 45-16? What was the bench points?
If you had told me it was 60-0, I'd have believed you.
Yeah, it was bad. Steph Curry. Steph Curry's not slowing down.
No, but Monte, we've had all these discussions about contracts and all the old guys and who do you keep and who do you not keep and who's going to age well and who's not going to age well. Can we all admit? What is he's 34, you said?
34, 14th season.
He's the outlier. Like, there's a handful of them in the league. Chris Paul's gone back to the well in terms of the youth rejuvenation. LeBron James clearly has it. But, like, Curry is the outlier, okay? I'm looking at it this way. And look, people can say they have their own opinions. I'm here for anything. I want to listen to everyone's discussion. Bonte, this team looks broken. You can tell me that the starters have all these great net ratings and blah, 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 blah.
I don't want to hear that.
But here's the thing. It's not like they play their starters exclusively in the 5-6 minutes to end the game. Mm-hmm. So this starter narrative, I don't buy because that's not their closing. That's not their automatic closing lineup. Like, if they ran traditional and they always, the starters, and then we go to the fourth quarter, and when it's nut cutting time, we're going to go back to our best 5, and that's what we're going to play. We don't even know who their best 5 is right now, and that's my big problem. Like, I throw up Curry's awesome. Mm-hmm. Okay, throw him aside. I have no idea what I'm getting from Draymond in terms of focus, energy. Is he lethargic? Is he motivated to play this team tonight? Klay Thompson, he hits a couple shots early, then he goes into Chuck mode. And defensively, he stays in front of Fox on one possession, then gets cooked for the next 4 by Fox and Malik Monk. Like, I'm sorry, that is impossible for me to unsee. The other thing is, I'm not sure, and I'm not sure Jordan Poole and Klay can coexist right now. There's something going on when they're on the court together. And then I look at the young guys, and they're not playing. So I just say to this organization, you have got to figure out what you want. And I don't think they know what they want. Are you trying to win another championship right now with Steph Curry? Or are you trying to figure it out on the fly? Because it feels to me like they're trying to figure it out on the fly, and we're going off past achievements, and I don't think that's going to float for right now.
Well, you can go with the starters, but you need a bench. And I was thinking about this last night driving home. when you think about all the NBA championships and all the NBA champions, look at the Warriors last year, veteran bench. You look at the Miami Heat with the Heatles, veterans on that bench.
Well, and they also had no money and no draft picks, but yes.
But veterans on that bench.
Yeah, Mario Chalmers.
Forget all the salary stuff for a second and whatever the money, salary cap, we all know that. The Warriors didn't have no money last year. All right? They had to go mid-level and veteran minimums and all that stuff. That's how you usually roll when you have a championship team. San Antonio Spurs, veterans on the bench. LA Lakers.
Yep.
With Shaq and Kobe and later on with Kobe. Veterans on the bench. And one thing we overestimated was that Kuminga, Wiseman, and Moody would be ready to roll and replace GP2, Otto Porter Jr., Bielitsa. We thought that Lamb, well, I didn't know about Lamb. Lamb getting minutes over Jonathan Kuminga is criminal to me.
But this is what you get when Kuminga goes out there. You get a great dunk,
right,
and then some horrific defense.
8:57, he plays in the first half, doesn't sniff the court in the second half.
Which makes no sense to me.
So you gotta have the dilemma here. You're right. And this is why last Monday, when you're looking at this road trip, and if they're continuing to float, they're 4-7 now. They could just get to 500, and they're around 500 by the deadline. I think Bob Myers, Joe Lacob, Steve Kerr are going to have a conversation, and they're going to have to think about some things.
Well, if you're not going to play the young guys, then yeah, they actually have to go. Like that's if that's what you're committed to, you're just going to play Anthony Lamb, and you're going to play what's his face, Ty Jerome.
Ty Jerome.
Well, like okay, if you're going to play those guys, well then admit that where you are right now. Then you're not going to play the youngsters. Then you need to trade them and get something that can help you. That's where you're at.
That's a great point. A veteran bench in the NBA is like a great bullpen in Major League Baseball. You need a great bench to win, like you need a lights-out bullpen like the Houston Astros. It's truth to that. You need vets on that bench. And right now, they don't have any vets. Jordan Poole's a leader. He's in his fourth year, and he's trying to find his own shot, and he's in a funk. 4 shots from Jordan Poole? Well, he looks swaggerless right now.
100%.
And defensively,
100%.
He's getting cooked. Offensively, he's not finding his shot. I don't know what's going on with Jordan Poole. Don't know. But Steph happened. And Steph saved the day. And as long as you have Steph Curry, you got a damn shot.
Yeah, but last night, the way that played out, that's unsustainable moving forward.
No, it is.
Like they need more contributions across the board. Look, B, I mean, we can ignore the money that's attached to it and the sentiment from prior. Is Klay Thompson playing like a player who's worthy of 30 minutes a night and 18 shots?
Who else are you going to play?
No, I'm asking out loud.
Who else are you going to play, Shasky? You keep harping on Klay Thompson.
Because Klay Thompson's making a ton of money.
Klay Thompson's not good. But Klay Thompson is going to be there in the end. He's got a proven track record.
The
guy didn't play preseason. What you want him to do? Go out there and just lollygag and get exercise?
I want him to not leave his feet and throw it into the abyss because he was a champion before.
He's getting great looks. Great looks. There's a couple times he gets contested shots. For the most times, those are looks you live with. What do you want to do? Trade Klay Thompson?
What I'm saying right now is...
You want to put him on the bench? Who do you want to start?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what I would do.
You want to start Moses Moody?
No. What I would do is I would say to myself, look, you have one of two options. Either you continue to trot Klay out as a perimeter defender and get cooked, or you accept the reality. He's a stretch 4 now. He's a 3. He's a stand-in-the-corner guy. When he has to put the ball on the floor, he is not effective. Every single time he puts the ball on the floor, he's either turning it over, taking a bad layup. It's just that's what he is. And so you're either going to have to adjust his role or you do have to move him and staple some of the rookies to him. Like, you cannot continue to keep doing what he's doing.
Klay Thompson's the least of your problems. It's not your problem. Jordan Poole's your problem. Kuminga's your problem. Wiseman's your problem. The Draymond situation is the problem. Klay Thompson will be fine. Klay Thompson will be fine.
I think you guys did the same thing last year. I think he's playing bad basketball.
That's who Klay Thompson is.
What?
Klay Thompson's always played like this.
He's the guy who said when Kevin Durant got here, I'm not taking any step back.
Yeah, he said I'm not sacrificing. I'm not sacrificing S. And you know what? He didn't sacrifice S, and it netted you 2 damn championships.
Last night, final 6 minutes, was he as positive or a negative?
On the plus minus?
No, just in general, watching him on the court.
Okay. I mean, he's struggled.
But
he's struggling right now. He's 6 of 18.
Winning a championship when your 2 highest paid of the 4 best players on the team, your 2 guys are giving you inconsistent performances. Draymond and Klay Thompson, their ineffectiveness, you can't just pivot to the young people. Yes, they're a part of the problem, but it's also Dre and Klay. Let's address the reality. Those guys are not as great as they used to be.
Draymond's playing fine, and we know they're not as great as they used to be. We know that. We know that. That's what happens with Father Time. You just said it. It's an outlier.
Your role needs to evolve.
His role is evolving.
What is
All right,
his
we're
role?
figuring out that he can't guard on the perimeter.
The fact that we can't even have a realistic discussion, I feel
No,
like
we can't.
This,
No,
this
no,
to
no,
me
you're
feels
on
like,
this
because
thing.
I feel like the fan base is the same way.
No,
He's a champion. Look what he used to do.
No, it's not that. It's not that.
Look what he's doing now. He got cooked by Kevin Herter last night. He got cooked by Malik Monk.
Kevin
These are
Herter did not
sixth and
cook
seventh
him.
guys in the league.
Kevin Herter did not cook him. Kevin Herter scored 11 points.
He fouled him 3 times on the final play.
So they didn't call it.
This team has major issues. They're not winning
Klay
anything.
Thompson's not number issue. He's not even one of your top 4 issues.
Then what are the top 4
I
issues?
tell you right now, the youngsters, Wiseman, Kuminga, Poole. Those are
Poole
big time
I
issues.
agree with.
Big time issues
Okay,
right there.
and Kuminga played how many minutes last night?
As a team, he played in the first half.
Okay.
And he was a minus 17 in the plus minus. I don't even look at the plus minus. But a blind guy could see that Kuminga's not helping the team.
No, I agree with that.
And then you got Klay Thompson playing with these guys, and it's like, well, it's Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, Ty Jerome, Kuminga. You got to suffocate Klay. Klay's like, well, damn, we're not getting any offense from anybody. Well, you know what? I'm going to shoot. I'm going to shoot because nobody on this roster can shoot with the second lineup. This second lineup is a joke. It's a joke right now.
Yeah, but then you have Wiggins and you have Steph on the floor, and they're playing well, and Klay's still doing erratic things. Look, we love Klay. This pains me to say
doing
this
any
out.
erratic things. What are you talking about? He's missing
He
shots.
leaves his feet and he's throwing it into the abyss.
He's missing shots.
I don't know. I think we love the guy.
So what do you want to do? You want to put him on the bench?
I think you need to. Everything needs to be on the table.
Oh my God!
Everything needs to be on the table.
Klay Thompson on the bench on this team.
What I would do is
that's asinine.
I would have
That's
not
asinine.
asinine. I would have legitimate conversations.
All right, so who you
going
gonna start?
I would staple the youngsters with Klay Thompson and Draymond Green and send them away. If you want to win a championship right now, you cannot have a guy making $40 million a year, playing 30 minutes a night, who has no perimeter defense.
So you want to trade Draymond? You want to trade Klay? You want to staple
I think
the
everything
youngsters?
should be on the table. This team has major issues.
All right.
You cannot tell me what you're watching last night is a sustainable winning product.
I never said that.
Moving forward.
I never said that. I
love Klay. You're making it out like I'm trying to run the guy out of town.
No. You've been
what
doing
I'm
this
saying
since.
is I'm assessing a guy who
you're
is
turning
clearly
red because
struggling.
you were doing this last year. He got off to a cold start, and you guys were all talking about, oh man, put him on the bench. Put him on the bench. You guys all panicked. You panicked with 30 games left.
I don't think it's panicking. I think it's assessing the reality of where he's at in his career.
Oh my God! All right, 888. Hey, we're gonna get to everybody. It's gonna be a fun show. Hey, I'm telling you right now, Lutman, move Baldy to tomorrow. Gus, Nick, Tim, Layla, Anthony, we're getting to y'all. We got things to talk about here on the Morning Roast. That's coming up. Brought to you by Vote Yes on Proposition 31.